Hey guys, how you doing?
Good to talk to you.
Hey, sorry. All right. So I just had a question on rewards in heaven, if they would be, spiritual or physical. What brought this on was my young adults group. We were talking about this, the other day, and I've never even thought of this possibility of them being physical or spiritual, but that was a question posed to us, and see what we had to think about it. Now, through the discussion we had, I would feel it'd be a little bit more spiritual, because I can't really think of some sort of physical rewards we'd get in heaven, some sort of like economy or something up there. But I don't know if it's clear in the scriptures or not, if it's physical or spiritual, but...
Aren't we going to get bags of gold coins or something?
Yeah, I mean, that assumes that there's some way to spend your gold coins, right?
Yes,
yeah, that's what you say. There's some economy in which you can spend the coins. Yeah, that's a good question. I think what you really are talking about, is it physical or immaterial? Is it material or immaterial? And that really depends on how we see heaven to begin with, right? If we see it as I think that the culture would have us believe that heaven is this place where we're in angelic form, immaterial form, and we're floating around and
you will get your wings.
Yeah, you get your wings and all that. So the question is that really what it's? I don't know about you guys, but what I see over and over again in as reward is some greater level of responsibility. Like when we get a promise of reward, and a lot of these are in parables. I'm always careful to try not to extrapolate too much from parables, right? But it does seem like the rewards we are given are some greater level of responsibility.
Yeah.
Which means you have some greater level of authority, but also a lot of responsibility too, right? So I think that's it depends on what you think, a new heaven and a new earth, what is our experience going to be there?
Yeah.
And then what would we see as rewarding in the context of that experience?
When you think about maybe one physical feature would be, being crowned by the Lord.
Right.
So if you took that, in a literal way, then, which I would have no problem seeing that in a literal way there in Revelation. But what do you do with that? That reward gets thrown back at his feet.
Right.
So, I mean, it's just tough to know. And this is where it's fun to speculate, but we do get ourselves in trouble if we overspeak. So I think the way we speak is we qualify, hey, this is fun, we're speculating. And I think what you said, Joey, was great. I would lean toward it probably being more spiritual, and then Jim's saying responsibility. Well, depending upon the responsibility of what you are responsible for, that could have some physical element. Power could be, spiritual, but then if you're having power over people who are physical, so you can see how, and spiritual. So it gets interesting. So I think we should spend more of our time trying to figure out answers to questions that we can track down, because we can lose sight trying to speculate around things we're not going to really be able to pin down. And this would be one of those areas.
Yeah, think about it. When Paul says that your resurrection body, you're going to receive a resurrection body, but it'll be as different to your body as the seed is to the plant. And I don't think you can imagine from any seed what that plant's going to be. If I give you a handful of seeds and tell me, you don't know anything about these seeds, you can't imagine which is going to go where. This is going to be a small tomato plant. This is going to be a huge tree. You don't know from the seed. And so I think that the same thing is true here. I mean, we just don't know what we will consider to be rewarding in that life. It's from the seed to the plant.
Yeah.
All right, Joey, thanks for your phone call. Linda, Becky, Gail, we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back with your questions and everybody else's as well as we record a full hour of your questions and the answers to them. We'll take about a 5-minute break or so, and then we'll start recording. You can call us during this next hour as well. 888-564-6173 is the number to call. You can also watch us on Facebook.com/Pastor's Perspective. So goodbye for now. I'm Brian Perez, along with Bobby Conway, and our guest today, Jay Warner Wallace from ColdCaseChristianity.com.